Chapter 1, Mishnah 10. This Mishnah discusses a third type of makeshift partition that may be constructed around a camping ground. They may alternatively surround the camp with vertical posts driven into the ground, without any horizontal posts, as long as there is no gap of 3 tefachim between one post and the next. If all adjacent posts are within 3 tefachim of each other, the partition is valid, even though it is almost entirely open, because spaces narrower than 3 tefachim are not halakhically viewed as gaps. The partition mentioned in the previous Mishnah, horizontal ropes, and the one mentioned here, vertical posts, are inferior to regular partitions. This Mishnah records a dispute as to the circumstances in which these inferior partitions may be used. When the rabbis permitted these partitions, they spoke only of a caravan, that is, only a group of at least 3 people traveling together may use such partitions, but 1 or 2 people may not. These are the words of Rabbi Yehuda. But the sages say they mentioned a caravan because that is the most common circumstance. In fact, even a lone traveler may use these inferior partitions. The rabbis mentioned a caravan of the 3 travelers only because they are more likely to erect partitions of this type. 2 more opinions. Any partition that does not have both vertical and horizontal parts is not a valid partition, unless a partition consists of both vertical elements, such as posts, and horizontal elements, such as ropes. That is invalid even for a caravan. These are the words of Rabbi Yossi, the son of Rabbi Yehuda. But the sages say even one of these 2 things suffices. That is, it may have either vertical or horizontal parts. There is no need for both. Having discussed the leniency that, according to some Tanaim, is granted to a traveler's camp, the Mishnah lists leniencies that apply in another type of camp. The rabbis granted exemptions from 4 laws to soldiers stationed in a military camp during war. A. They may bring wood from anywhere, and it is not considered theft. B. They are exempt from having to wash their hands before eating bread. And C. From the prohibition of eating damai. And D. From the obligation to make an eruv to allow carrying from one tent to the other.